Well, joining us now to break down just what has happened is Pinchas Inbari, a senior Middle East analyst from the Jerusalem Center for Public Affairs. So, Pinchas, why did Jordan ultimately pull out of this deal? I mean, what was the triggering factor?
We have to distinguish between two projects. The Red Dead project that is dead long ago, and the water barter between Aqaba and Telad on the one side, and the Kinneret Jordan Valley on the other side. As for the Red Dead, it is already dead because of the Palestinians, because they did not want to participate, because Israel is conquering, as they say, the entire shore of Dead Sea, and they wanted to have their part in the northern shore of the Dead Sea. And of course, Israel denied it. Jordan insisted in the participation of the Palestinians. Mm-hmm. And because of this deadlock, the Red Dead project was actually cancelled. Instead of the Dead Red, there was the Barter project, in which the desalination installation in Aqaba would provide water to Eilat, mm-hmm. and Israel will increase the quantities of the water from the Kinneret to Jordan.
Right.
This project is stalled because of the political deadlock between Israel and Jordan.
All right. Now, what are the consequences of Jordan pulling out from this deal, especially given that Jordan is really one of the most water-stressed nations in the world? How is Jordan going to deal with its own water crisis?
Well, I believe that in the end, Israel and Jordan will return to the Barter project because Jordan has no alternative. And also Israel is interested in the stability of Jordan. Israel is not interested that the Jordanians will lack water and Israel will be blamed for that. So I think that the timing of publishing this report is on the eve of the visit of King Abdullah in Washington, mm-hmm. and meeting with Biden. And I think that Jordan raised the issue now in order that Biden will intervene to revive it.
Interesting. Okay, so it seems to you that Jordan wants this to happen, but just wants U.S. involvement and perhaps to negotiate on other issues as well. So my final question for you, and if you could give us a quick answer on this, is what is being done now to help save the Dead Sea? Because whether or not Jordan wants to be involved in this, we still have an ongoing issue, and that is the disappearing of this important landmark in the Middle East.
Of course, now Jordan, listen, it is a real crisis in Jordan now, the lack of water. Not only lack of water, also problems with electricity. And Israel is coming to rescue Jordan in the gas deal and the water deal. And in the end, Jordan needs Israel, mm-hmm. and Israel needs Jordan for the security of its borders. So in the end, it is a win-win situation, and it will happen. I predict that this it is connected now, of course, with the Al-Aqsa in Jerusalem, mm-hmm. and all those issues. And I think that there will be a package sponsored by the United States to return to the status quo on Mount Temple.
Yeah.
And the return to the water projects between Israel and Jordan.
All right. Well, I mean, I think that we're all hoping that there's going to be some type of breakthrough that comes down the line, because this is a very important project. Pinchas, thank you so much for joining us. We are out for a quick break, but when we get